It's February, and we all know what that means. It's time to go over my January goals and discuss my February goals. Hi, my name is Dawn Dalton. I am an indie author with a full-time job and a very energetic puppy. And all of those things combined make it so that I have to be very intentional with my goals and how I go about balancing writing with the puppy, with my day job. And most of the time, the writing falls to the wayside, especially last year. So, yeah. So I have been trying my best to keep up with my daily habits, get some writing in when I can, where I can. January's over, so how did I do? Well, to say this month has been better than most months in recent history is not an understatement. I did manage to accomplish not only a few of my monthly goals, but a couple of my yearly goals as well. So let's go over them. Write 50 pages. I was so close. I ended up writing 49 pages this month, which is more writing than I think I've done in the previous 2 or 3 months combined. But I still failed at the goal because it was 50 pages. Type 25,000 words. Again, I did not complete this. I typed just over 10,000 words, which still is a lot of words considering that the last couple of months I have been in such a funk that I just wasn't writing. Fill one notebook. I did not complete this one, mostly because I basically started the year with brand new notebooks. So my commonplace notebook is fresh. It's going to take me a couple of months to use up, even though it's like my everyday carry. The one that I am handwriting the story that I'm drafting in was also new. 140 pages worth of writing is going to take a couple of months. So again, a failure, but progress was still made. And I'm going to look at the bright side of that as progress was still made. Pay my bills. This happens every month. It's just on there as a reminder of something that I can easily check off. Daily habits at 50%. I did accomplish that. I didn't have as many, like all of my daily habits are checked off days as I would have liked, but I still managed to get at least a 50% completion. Post 4 YouTube videos. I posted 5 because there were 5 weekends in January, so I did manage that one. Write 4 Medium, blog, or freelance posts. Not a single one was written. Part of that being I need to figure out what I want to do with my website blog, and I have no freelance work right now, and I haven't logged into my Medium in half a year, if not longer. Read 4 books. I managed to. I have taken to doing audiobooks in the car on my way to and from work, which has helped me get through a couple of the books that I want to finish just because I started the series, but haven't finished because they are just like, it takes a while to read them. So I have managed to get 2 books done. I also am reading the Iron Flame, I believe, and it is a very thick book, so I didn't get my 4 books, got halfway to the goal. Finish 1 skein of yarn. I completed that. That is also part of sort of the use it up year that I didn't put on the list of things to use up, because if I need another skein of yarn to finish a project, I'm just gonna go get the skein of yarn to finish the project. I'm just being a lot more mindful of not buying stuff because, ooh, that's pretty, and not having a project that I'm working on for it until I've completed at least 1 or 2 projects. Complete 4 workouts. This one, again, is only half complete because I was lazy. There is no excuse for it. I was lazy. So as far as monthly goals, I got almost halfway through them all. Not the greatest month, but also not the worst month in recent history. I also had 3 yearly goals that I wanted to work on this month. Cleaning over the toilet and cleaning under the bathroom sink. And that was really so that I could go through, refill the first aid kit, check all of the medication for colds and flu season, because we got hit at the end of December with that super flu that went through. And I just wanted to make sure that we had stuff for the next time. I did complete both of those. It didn't take me very long to go through everything in the bathroom. We are good on cough drops for the next 1,000 years. That was something also that I wanted to check on, was what do we have that's just excessive, and getting rid of anything that was already expired. And I did that. The third goal for my yearly goals was to finish the Afghan that I've been working on. I've been calling it the Oceana Afghan because that's the main color yarn that I've been using. I started it because I had a single skein of Oceana and a bunch of my black and white in the same style and everything. And I almost completed it. I finished crocheting it. I just have to sew all of the tails back in. And then this blanket or this Afghan is complete. But again, didn't complete it. So it has to go on next month. The other goal that I had chosen to work on this month was to clean up the storage room, not to organize the storage room, but to find the floor of the storage room, because it is also my gym and I want to get back into the gym. I did not even bother going in there and trying to clean up. So that one was a failure. With all of that being said, let's get February all set up and talk about what I'm doing in February. February goals. Now, normally when I do my goals, I do so many pages written and so many words typed. And considering that I've been tracking it by time blocks, I'm going to do that for my monthlies as well. So for February, my goals are write 100 blocks. Now that is either 500 words or 1 handwritten page. Fill 1 notebook. Pay my bills. Daily habits at 50%. We're going for consistency at this point. Post 4 YouTube videos. Write 4 Medium or blog posts. Read 4 books. Finish 1 skein of yarn and complete 4 workouts. Now, my goals don't change that much month to month, obviously. I have added in for my yearly goals is to organize my desk drawers because they do need to be cleaned out, and to finish the Oceana Afghan. I've also started the next Afghan because, again, I'm using up yarn that I already own, and I want to see how far I can get in that before I have to purchase more skeins just to finish it. Now, the really cool thing this month, because February is a short month, is I do have a lot of space at the bottom of the month. So if I want to add more yearly goals, I can. If I want to track something in there, I can. I'm not 100% certain what I want to do with that, but I might just decorate it. We'll see. Now, two final things that are completely different than what I normally talk about in my monthly goals. If you are new here and saw my last video, you heard me talk about the 185 Insane Author Challenge, but I never explained it. Mostly because I talked about it in June last year when I started the original one. And what this is the author Jenna Streety decided to take 6 months to change her life and called it the 185 Insane Challenge. And it was just a bunch of things that she wanted to accomplish over the course of 6 months in order to change her life and see if she could become a full-time author, I think. And I did it for part of the year last year. I unfortunately chose a time of my life where I was super duper busy. It did help initially, but then I burned myself out with everything else going on. So at the beginning of the year, I decided that I would start it over. And for my Insane Author Challenge, I decided that over the course of 185 days, I was going to write 600 writing blocks, which is, should be just a little bit over 3 writing blocks a day, to completely draft 1 book, to self-publish 1 book, to do 1 author event and sign physical copies of my book, post 3 pieces of content a day, make new author friends, do 5,000 plus steps a day, and drink 75 ounces of water a day. All in all, not a lot has changed from the first time I did this. I kept all of the goals the same. I just have to pick which book is getting published. It should be a roll of the dice, but I do have a second book that just needs, I think, 1 more editing pass. That's a standalone book that I could pretty easily just hand it to my alpha reader and publish. And for this, I already signed up for an author event, and it's happening very soon, actually. I am joining other writers to do the 2026 Under 1K AuthorTube and Booktube Marathon that will be running from February 8th until February 15th. And what this is a bunch of authors who have slightly bigger followings are going to host those of us who have smaller followings in the hopes of getting us a little bit more exposure to new people who may have not seen us, and for us to just have fun writing and having more of a community around us. And so I know that I am signed up for a couple of sprints or a couple of blocks on Sunday the 8th, but I'm not sure what all I'm doing over the course of the event, so I will make a community tab post as soon as I know when I will be doing streams. So, with all that being said, if you've been enjoying watching me work my way through self-publishing and writing and dealing with life, be sure to feed the algorithm, boop that like button, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.